Okay. Starting. Stream health is not very good.
That's not good.
All right, you guys.
We are live.
We are live.
And I got Khaleesi.
Craig, yo.
Craig, what's up, man? Got done watching episode 10.
We just watched episode 10.
Wow.
And Steve had to immediately go into a live stream because he is pumped.
Wow.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Nina. Hey, Tamiris. I probably said that wrong.
Blue Gypsy.
Blue Gypsy. Hello, L. Hamilton.
Craig, why didn't you warn me about episode 10, man?
Craig says, a friend got me watching a new show, but this was too good to pass up. I wasn't planning on sleeping anyway. Well, I was planning on starting editing after we got done filming episode 10. But Steve here was like, nope, I have to talk about it now.
Wow, guys.
So,
yeah.
Steve just finished watching episode 10, and I think his mind is utterly blown.
Who would have thought Ned would have kept that secret?
We watched 8 earlier today, like way earlier today.
Yeah.
And then we watched 9 like right after dinner, I think. And then we literally watched 10. No, we watched 9 right before dinner. And then we ate dinner. He processed 9.
Which was an amazing
And then we went into
show.
10. So we've watched all 3 today.
We are done
all
with
throughout
season
the day.
6.
We are done with season 6. Yep, promise me, Ned.
Promise me, Ned. Exactly, Craig.
It took him a minute to kind of process that because he was like, what? What is she talking about?
We had to stop. We did.
I did pause it. Just in case you guys were wondering, I paused it right after that scene.
Because she was whispering a lot of stuff in his ear, and I couldn't process what she was saying, but I knew it was very important. And then I found out. And then it pans to
John.
John.
Yep. Mina, we went into a live stream straight after watching episode 10.
Yes. We just got done.
We literally just got done watching episode 10. Like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like, we literally just watched it.
Fresh out.
And Steve was like, I have to go do a live stream right now because he needs to talk about it with you guys. And we are also I have my questions that we normally do at the end of every episode.
But
we're going to do them here.
And any questions they might have as well.
Yeah. And Age of the Witch, I don't know if I have your question for this episode. I had your question for episode 9 about the Battle of the Bastards, which we did do that for that episode.
Age, throw your question up real quick, can you?
Ebrard, we did not watch the R+L=J video. We were talking about that just a little bit ago. At the end of episode 10, I told him that there's a video that kind of shows all of like the hints and like all this stuff.
You just talked about it.
We literally just talked about it. That I'm going to show him that video, and I will show him that. And we'll do a reaction, and I'll post that up soon.
How could I have missed any?
There's actually a ton of like little hints and things.
I never caught one. Did anybody else catch any of these hints? I mean, first time through.
There's a ton of foreshadowing to it, and we discussed it at the end of episode 10. I asked Steve. I was like, "Did you ever even think of or wonder about Jon Snow's mom or his parentage or did that ever cross your mind?"
Told him what I said.
And he said no. He's like, honestly, I just figured Ned, it was just what Ned said.
I thought she was either dead, just never going to be heard of. It was something that he did in wartime. Had an affair and had a kid and brought it home.
Yeah.
And maybe the girl died or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed this whole time. How dumb am I to not have seen any of these hints that I guess I'm going to see when we get done. But I feel really... I guess I don't feel bad because I don't remember catching anything.
And I didn't, to be honest, I didn't either. I didn't catch any of those. Like, I had to go back and watch it too, you know.
You may not have my
name, but you have my blood. So that was
That's
100% the truth.
It's his sister.
It was his sister.
I cannot believe Ned kept that a secret and took all that gruff from Catelyn, I'm sure. Oh my God, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that made his life with his wife.
And you know what?
That much
what
more
gives
difficult.
me goosebumps is when they were separating at that Y.
Yeah.
And he goes, one day
He said, when we see each other again, I'll tell you about your mother. And they never saw each other.
So the
again.
only person that knows about this is Bran.
Yep, and possibly Howland Reed, who was there with him. I don't
Exactly.
know. We don't know for sure if Howland Reed knows that, but he was there with Ned. He was the only other person
Probably
there, and besides the wet nurse that was in there with Lyanna. But other than that, Bran's the only one that knows.
I'm going to assume he's the only one that knows.
We might as well just assume that Bran is the only one that knows. Sean Bean swears he wasn't told the truth, but I think he was. His acting was just too good. Yeah. I just... let's get into some questions, though. I'll keep an eye on you guys, though, too. Craig says Howland 99% knows. Yeah, maybe... I hope that there is somebody that knows besides Bran. Lady Beyond the Wall.
Lady.
When Ned told us, and Robert, that John's mother's name was Wyla, I just believed him and didn't think much of it until I read the theory about his parents a few years ago and I had my mind blown. Did you just believe Ned? Were you ever suspicious about Ned's answer? Ever lie in bed wondering who John's mom was? I think you kind of just answered that, though.
Well, I didn't let it overtake me. Of course I thought about it. Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it was kind of like a on the back burner sort of
thing.
Oh,
yeah, because the storyline just kept shooting off and shooting off. It never gave me a chance to sit and never really think about it.
Right.
Now, it's like the whole epicenter of what's going to come, I believe.
Right.
I mean, to me, this changes...
It changes a lot.
Yes.
And John was just...
He has no freaking clue, man.
John has no clue. Yeah.
He just believes I mean, honest to God, I sat clear over there. You guys sat up here. I was always the bastard child. And, you know, I mean, the hell he went through. And here he's sitting with the blood.
Yeah.
He's a Stark and a Targaryen.
He's got... I mean, he's a Targaryen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy Lord.
When you binge watch, it's easy to not think about it as you're trying to take in everything else. And that's 100% true. It's like,
I try.
How can you really catch on? And if you don't have any context either, I mean, how can you catch on to those things that when you don't have that context to? Fernanda, yes, we watched episode 10 just right before turning this live stream on, and that's why we are doing this live stream right now, because Steve wanted to talk to all you guys about it. His mind is blown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Silver of House Storm asks,
Silver.
Lyanna Stark is revealed as Jon's mother. Do you have any speculation on who his father was? And you already know You told me when we watched episode 10 that you knew that it was Rhaegar.
Yep. Rhaegar Targaryen, because
Yeah.
Robert...
Because Lyanna said if Robert finds out, he'll kill him.
Yeah.
That's why Steve knew that it was Rhaegar's son.
And Ned's devotion to family to hold that secret and keep it from Robert, too.
From everybody.
Yes.
From every single person. Ned promised his sister he'd keep the secret, and he did, no matter what it cost him. His reputation, his wife believing he cheated, he took it with him to his grave.
What a man.
So poignant, so honorable, so Ned. Does that realization make your respect for him go even higher?
You bet it does. You bet it does.
Yeah, and yeah, we watched 9 too, you guys, so... Christian Gore. Jaime Lannister killed the Mad King because he wanted to burn the city down with wildfire. How awkward is it for him that his girlfriend/sister did pretty much the same thing that he killed the king for wanting to do?
Didn't think about it.
You didn't think about that until now, did you?
Until now.
Yep. Jaime was kind of giving Cersei the stink eye there, too.
Yes, he was. It almost looked like he was like, what is this monster that I know as my
like,
sister?
who is this person?
Sister lover.
Yeah, sister lover.
He needs to just get with Brienne and call it a day.
They're asking when the videos are going to be uploaded. 8 will go up tomorrow at some point. So whenever I'm done editing it, I should be editing it right now, but instead we're talking to you guys. So whenever I'm done with that, 8 will go up tomorrow sometime. Battle of the Bastards will go up on Friday. And episode 10 will probably go up on Monday.
No, don't say that.
Depending, because that one will take a little bit.
That's too good of a show.
It might go up Saturday. It might, if I can get it edited in time.
Is that too many Neds and a did?
If I can get it edited in time, 10 will go up on Saturday. If not, it'll go up on Monday. So, hopefully Saturday, though.
Two amazing shows back to back, 9 and 10.
Yes.
And wow. I'm almost speechless. I'm shocked I even wanted to do this, because I guess I just wanted to hop on here and tell you how dumb I am for not watching this years ago.
I mean...
How did I miss this?
It's like crazy good. I know.
Wow.
Let's see here. The next question
Show's amazing.
Is from Petri. When I saw this episode for the first time, I thought that it was the best single episode I've ever seen in any TV show. Just amazing. So I'm asking you both, was that the best single episode you have ever seen in any TV show? My answer to that is yes.
My answer is put 9 and 10 together, and yes.
Yes.
Season 4 and Season 6 are my favorite, with Season 6 now becoming number 1.
And I was going to ask you that because when we watched, after we finished watching episode 8, I asked Steve, because he was like, this is a good episode. And I was like, what are your thoughts on Season 6 so far? And he's like, I really like it. And I was like, what about compared to Season 4? And he said, Season 4 is still winning. And I was like, okay, I'll ask you again.
But I said 9
when
and
we're
10.
done. Yeah, I was like, I'll ask you again when we're done watching Season 6. And now that we're done, he's now saying Season 6 is his favorite, you guys.
So when you talk about episodes, 9 and 10 were incredible.
Yeah. Very.
9 because they had the battle scenes that I love. We all know that I love the battle scenes.
I like seriously, you guys. When you guys see his reaction to episode 9, like I don't think it. Like I think his mouth was on the floor like the whole time.
Well, so you get to kind of watch when
like
I'm watching the show.
yeah, a little bit, but he was
see.
like the whole time. Like it was epic. I loved it.
It was that great.
Yeah. Episode 7 and 8 are great just for the hounds bits. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. And there's so many good moments. That's what I'm saying. The hounds back. And even in episode 10, when Danny broke up with Dario, I knew he was going to love that part because he's... But then he was like, well, I was just starting to like him. And I was like, what? You've been complaining about that dude this whole entire time.
Well, yeah, because I didn't feel he had the best interest. I know he cared about her, but I felt like he was dragging her down.
Right.
And now
she's off to Westeros.
She does better off without him. Look at what she does.
Yeah, everything she's done
on her own.
This entire season, she's been away from him pretty much.
And look at where she's went.
Maybe there's something to it.
Oh, and did you tell him that I put together a couple things?
Like you put together a couple things? Like what?
Can't remember now. We were talking about it.
Yeah, I can't remember either. There's been so much happen the past couple hours.
Oh my gosh, it was so. It was the ironic part.
Zephilia wants to know how I'm going to deal with the huge musical sequence with the Faith of the Seven as far as editing and copyright claims go. I've been okay with the past few episodes that I've done because what I've been doing as far as editing is during the music scenes, I'll only let it play for like a maximum of like 5 seconds or so, and then I'll like clip a super short clip out, like a couple seconds, and then go, and then like it's like as long as you edit it enough to where
she micromanages her.
Yeah, it takes me a little bit longer to edit those scenes, so that's why I'm saying 10 is probably going to take a lot longer to edit just because of the huge amount of music in that episode. But as long as you make it to where it's like clipped really, I have to clip it a lot. Let's just leave it at that. But hopefully I'll be all right. If I do, I do. But we'll see. We'll see.
You want to tell the spoilers of the show? Is definitely the composers?
Oh, the composers of episode 10.
When they played the piano during...
I was asking Steve, I was like, what do you think about this music right now? And he's like, it's different. There's something different. And
Something's going on.
I'm like, it's, number one, it's a piano, and there's never been, like, piano music. And then he's like, the music was so perfect because it went along with everything that was happening. And if you notice, like, when the character that it was focusing on, when they were clueless as to what the hell was going on around them, the music was real slow.
Yes.
But then as they started realizing, the music would get faster and faster and faster until finally when they made the realization, it'd be like, da da da, you know. Like the music was perfect in that episode.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Age of the Witch. What was your question, Ava? I seriously...
Did she put it in? Oh.
Is it the one about the Battle of the Bastards, or is it one for this one? Because I don't have that one. Unless you just typed it and I totally just missed it. I don't know.
Can you scroll it?
Yeah. He did answer that question in that episode. So... When I post up episode 9, that question will be in there for you.
What was it? Do you remember?
I don't have it right in front of me, I don't think. Hold on, I might. Oh, yeah, this one.
Oh,
the
yeah.
long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
She read, yeah.
I've got the whole thing, the whole question, all of it.
Details.
And all the details about the episode. All of that is in there, so no worries.
Good. Really good.
We do have a question from Craig.
Hey, Craig.
For decades, people have speculated about Jon's mother, and some people even guessed who it was, with clues from the first book. How do you think Jon will react when he learns who his parents are? And why do you think that Ned never told Catelyn the truth? Also, had Ned been sent to the wall instead of beheaded, do you think he would have told Jon right away? I personally think he would have, because he specifically told Jon,
Next time I see you.
Next time we see each other, I'll tell you all about your mother. So I think he would have. But how do you think Jon's going to take that news?
Well, I think his admiration for Ned's going to go up that he took him in and protected him from being slain. Because that's exactly what would have happened.
Right.
No, undoubtedly.
Okay.
And Ned knew that. Ned wanted, I'm sorry, King Robert wanted
all the Targaryen,
killed.
Yeah.
This would have been one more.
This was another Targaryen, so he would have wanted him dead.
And a male.
That's why Lyanna said, he'll kill him. You have to protect him.
Yes.
And why do you think Ned never told Cat, his own wife?
Could have slipped. It could have slipped if in a bad position.
Possibly.
For sure.
I think the less people that knew about it, I think it was better that she didn't know, because if it did come out somehow and then they come to find out Cat knew, she would be.
Can you imagine being Ned and going through all that stuff at the end and him not being able to ever share that story? And I mean, all this is coming on me right now. As far as realizing how that must have just tormented Ned. You know, to hold that and to be thought of as a cheater.
Yeah.
And
it shows his honor, though, that he gave his word to his sister while she was dying.
Yes.
That he will do whatever it takes to protect her child. And he
That's
did that.
That's a long time to hold that.
I mean.
And to care for him as your own. That's amazing.
20 some odd years. Argus says, fun fact, during the initial pitch to George R.R. Martin, the showrunners were asked, who is Jon's mother? They answered, speculating, and because they knew enough to guess it, George okayed them to make the show.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
He's like, who do you guys think Jon Snow's mother is? And they guessed right, and he said, all right, you guys can make the show.
That's what it was hinged on. Mm-hmm. He's just as crazy. He's just as crazy as the show is. Because it's crazy. It's crazy good.
Ava says, here's my question to Steve. Do you think Jon would enjoy ruling, or do you think he would hate it? Who is more suitable in your mind, Dany or Jon?
I don't know. Jon's been doing pretty damn good when he makes decisions, but I don't think he wants to rule.
Okay.
I don't think he does. I mean, I could be really wrong about this, but I know he'd be the best person for the people, and
but I think
Dany would be.
Dany would be too. I think she
would. Well, they both would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They both would be, but I mean,
so who do you think has the better claim to the throne right now? Because technically Jon's still a bastard, right? Because they weren't married.
He doesn't even know.
He doesn't even know. Dany is not a bastard. She's a legitimate Targaryen.
Yes.
But he's a Targaryen too, just a bastard Targaryen. So technically right now I think Dany would still have the better claim. But she's a woman, so I don't know.
Think about that for a minute.
Corey wants to know, what about Arya's scene? What are your thoughts on Arya's scene?
Oh, wow. Yeah, how soon we forget that we've been waiting all this time for Mr. Frey to get his. And how appropriate. Can you believe she baked
Yeah, his sons into a
pie?
Yep.
And he opens it up. I couldn't see what was in there. Could you see what was in there?
It was a toe.
It was a toe?
It was a toe. Yeah. Yep.
And then she just totally...
And I think I have a question.
She had an epic look on her face, too, afterwards. It was like the Jack Nicholson look, like...
And she was like... Yeah, but, do you remember...
The North remembers, yes.
Do you remember at the end of season 3, right after the Red Wedding happened, Bran and Mira and Jojen and Hodor and all them were up in that tower. Bran was telling a story. Do you remember what the story was? Like a spooky, scary story he was telling to everybody?
No.
He was talking about, basically, it was weird because he was talking about when you bring a guest, and when you invite a guest into your house and then you kill them, that's like the worst thing you could do according to the gods.
Okay, I remember that.
And it was right after the Red Wedding. And then he said, so his punishment was that his sons were baked into a pie and fed to him, and he liked the pie so much that he asked for seconds.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah. So that was foreshadowing all the way back then. And now Arya heard justice for the Red Wedding and killing her mother.
I should have kept better notes, and I really have never kept better notes.
Oh, man. Yeah, Arya, you badass girl.
She is a badass.
Yeah.
And now we have Sansa, Jon, and Arya at their heights right now.
Yeah. That's why I love season 6 so much, because it's like...
Redemption City. Other than Cersei wiping out.
Whose death was more satisfying, Walder Frey's or Ramsay's?
Ramsay's.
Steven loved that, you guys. You have to see that reaction. His girl Sansa got hers.
Yes,
she got hers. Yep. Raymond says Steve was right about Sansa being the one to finish Ramsay off.
It's only appropriate.
It's got my giant Mountain Dew here.
Look at that. See how big that is?
It's legit bigger than my head. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
I've watched probably 20 or more reactors, and only 2 figured it out before
Awesome.
610.
Which 3 characters would you bring to a Bears game? Well, you know I'd have to bring the Hound to a Bears game.
The Hound would, yeah.
Because he'd eat all the damn chicken.
He'd eat all of them damn
at Soldier
chickens.
Field. And, of course, Ned. We brought up Ned. Ned's always still going to be... He's what got me hooked into this game. He really did.
Season opener at Soldier Field versus the Kings in the North.
The Kings of the North are the Bears
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Kings in the North are the Bears. Let's
at least for last season.
Let's do some more questions here.
The third, definitely Dany.
Dany?
Yep.
You'd take her?
Yep.
Okay.
But I feel bad not bringing Jon.
So you can bring 4, right?
You said 3.
You bring Jon.
I only have 3 seats.
Well, Ned's dead.
Other than mine.
Ned's dead, so you can bring.
Okay, Jon and Dany and the Hound.
Okay. Next question is from Corey.
Hey, Corey.
With all the great moments of this episode, one of the truly touching moments is when Lady Lyanna Mormont first calls out, all the lords of the North
That was epic.
who abandon their fealty to House Stark. But then she leads those men into the realization that they have a worthy king in front of them in Jon Snow.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
With the blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on this rather new character, and why does her presence seem to command such reverence?
Because she's right.
I love
She's
Lady
straight up.
Mormont.
She's straight up for a kid.
She's like,
Killed it.
yeah.
I thought she was great.
She called them out, and I loved that scene.
Yes, made two old men that totally denied them. Basically, we
cower in their seats. Like,
yeah, we screwed up, AA Ron.
You done fucked up, AA Ron. Okay.
Extra ticket. Austin gave me an extra ticket. So yeah,
There you go.
I love him. Yep, you know LaFour now.
Yep.
Hi, T.
Looking back on the entire show, can you recall any clues or hints along the way that might have alluded to this grand secret about Jon's parents? And do you think it is possible that anyone else knows the truth?
You know, now that I look back on it, and I mean, now that I know what I know.
Right.
But, I always wondered in the first several seasons, like, Jon Snow really, he just kind of was there.
Yeah.
He was just kind of there. But let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was like. Everybody else was playing a forefront in this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then his character snowballed. Started little, snowballed bigger, and now we know, by God, he is
a big boy. Yeah.
He's a player in this.
Tell Steve a Targaryen alone in the world is a terrible thing. Foreshadowing. Maester Aemon, when he was sitting down talking to Sam.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And he said, a Targaryen alone in the world is a terrible thing. And then Jon walks in the room.
Huh.
I'll show you the video.
Huh.
We'll put that up.
Jeez, yeah.
Right after I put up episode 10 for you guys. We'll react to that, and then we'll put that up for you guys.
Yeah. Wow.
Another question from Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Jon was named the King in the North. Since this show debuted in 2011, the Green Bay Packers have been the kings of the NFC North 5 times out of the 8 years.
Yep.
The Chicago Bears currently hold that crown. But how will you feel when Aaron Rodgers comes to take back what is rightfully his in the 100th NFL season?
At Soldier Field? Not going to happen. That's the Winterfell.
That's the Winterfell.
We got the Khalil Mack of the Stark family.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're going to move on from the Bears questions, you guys.
We're going to get back to that later on. We're going to do our own little channel during football season. And Packers fans, you're welcome to come on, as long as it's all cool and we can make fun of each other and have fun.
Next question is from Mr. Guapito.
Guapito.
Given the fact that the Tyrells, Greyjoys, and Martells pledged their allegiance to Daenerys, most of the Freys are gone. The Vale and the North are against the crown. Who do you think would be Cersei's main ally now?
I think it would be herself. Her
She doesn't
fear
really-
factor that
She doesn't really have a whole lot of allies right now, other than the Mountain. Jaime's kind of questionable with the way he was looking at her at the end of that episode.
Dear Lord, is there any?
Other than the crown,
yeah.
Who fight for the crown, but other than that, she doesn't really have anybody at the moment.
I mean, she
Not
has
that
a lot of
think
power. She has a lot of power right now.
Steve, how many chickens does it take for the Hound to eat? A lot, because he's a badass and he knows it.
Right?
When Jon comes into Winterfell Yard, he takes a Mormont shield to protect himself. So at least one Mormont soldier survived to the battle and died there. Yeah, we were talking about that at the end of the Battle of the Bastards, how I had asked him a question about that.
And I did notice a difference in the shield. I knew it wasn't a Bolton.
He knew that it was. He couldn't tell that it was a Mormont shield, but he was looking at the shield, like kind of trying to think, like, whose is that?
Yeah.
And then I told him later during our questions, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense." So,
I knew it was someone that came along.
Yeah.
Because obviously they had all the Bolton shields decorated and
with the flayed man.
Yeah. Really sharp shield.
Next question is from Sarah.
Sarah.
Jon Snow is the new King of the North.
Yes.
But we learned something about his true parentage that might bring that into question. How do you see the North reacting if they find out who his real parents are? Will they reject him as their king because he is not the son of Ned? Or do you think they will still accept him as their king because he is the son of Lyanna?
Yes.
How do you see Jon reacting if he finds out? And how do you see Dany reacting if she finds out that she has a nephew? Jon Snow is Dany's nephew.
Well, I've not known Dany to kill somebody because just because. I think that she would embrace it.
Right.
Okay. That's just my feeling on that. On the other hand, I believe that Jon has done enough to warrant him being a good man, and I believe that on his merit of being Lyanna, I mean, being Lyanna's son.
Right.
The Targaryen part of it.
The North is very...
He was raised by Ned. They understand the blood that still runs through him is still Lyanna and Targaryen.
Right. Yes. So you're going to say, like, okay, he may be a Targaryen.
He's an honorable man.
But they're not going to just be like, oh, you're suddenly a Targaryen and we hate Targaryens, so...
Good question.
We don't care everything that you've shown us. Like, okay,
that could come
into
play.
Right.
That could very well come into play.
But you think that they'll...
I would hope that they would, because he's been very honorable with them. Even when they spoke up and said, hey, I'm sorry we turned her back on you. Yeah. And he goes, look. I mean, Jon wasn't like pissed.
There's nothing to apologize for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, to me, showed everything you needed to see.
Okay. Okay. Gabriel wants to know, what was your favorite moment from this episode filled with so many amazing scenes?
What?
There's so many great scenes. Like, seriously.
My favorite episode?
No, your favorite scene? Yeah, so scene from this episode.
Mind-blowing, it would be Jon.
Right. There's so many good scenes.
Seeing Bran Wharf in there and be able to hear what was going on, that we had to stop the recording and actually watch it over again just to hear it, because I was like, what in the hell is he saying? What in the hell is he saying? And or she's saying,
he's like, what's yeah,
and I was like, Bran, get up there so you can hear.
Yeah, he even said, he's like, Bran, go over there, get closer so we can hear.
Right. I'll tell you another part that really, and I'm kind of weird when it comes to this, but when Cersei was pouring the wine, on the nun's face, or what I call her, a nun, I guess.
Septa. Yeah.
She looks like a nun because they dress like a nun, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what she is.
This might sound kind of weird.
You liked that, did you?
That was
It was pretty epic, to be honest.
She basically...
That Septa, basically tortured Cersei. Not because...
She kind of went out of hand.
She was overboard. Yeah, she was overboard with the torture. Not saying... And I'm not saying Cersei didn't necessarily deserve it.
Cersei's acting during that part of the show when she was sitting there saying, oh, it feels so good to confess that I loved my brother and I loved, this. And when I killed,
I killed my husband because it felt good to be rid of him. And then she said, it even feels good confessing under the right circumstances.
Yes. I mean, she is just sounds weird, but I dug that moment for some reason.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. I'm not saying Cersei didn't deserve to be...
And I kind of feel...
treated that way, but...
bad for the Septa after she left the room.
Well, yeah, she was left with the mountain. We know what the mountain's known for. Rape and torture.
We didn't really get to see his face or anything.
Yeah, I mean, they kind
saw
of made...
the back of him.
I mean,
that looked normal.
It, kind of showed his face, but it was very, very dark, so you couldn't really see it. It was just kind of looked like a zombified mountain.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I hope we get to see it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I want to see what she screamed about, just looking at him.
I would say my favorite scenes, number one, they're all great. I would say the Walder Frey pie eating contest. That was up there. I cried like a little baby during the Davos speech, where he's talking about Shireen.
That was a good... yeah.
And of course, the Jon... and then I also cried during King of the North. Jon
when
Snow,
Jon and
King of
Sansa
the North.
were sitting up front.
That's just the hugest callback for me to Rob and Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember specifically when Robb Stark was named King of the North and he stood up and Cat was sitting next to him. And it was the same thing in this episode. Jon Snow stood up and Sansa was sitting next to him.
Yes.
It was like a perfect mirrored imagery. It was crazy.
Goosebumps.
Okay. The Red Cap.
Excuse me.
Now that you know Jon's true parentage, do you think that if Alliser Thorne had ever known that Jon is half Targaryen and being cast out to the wall because of his loyalty to the Targaryens, would he have behaved differently towards Jon? Because he was a Targaryen loyalist, so he was true to the Targaryens. So if he would have known that, that's crazy to think,
Age had a good question, too. Discussed Tommen. I did see that.
Yeah, Steve was very shocked by the Tommen. He was like, wait, what? Yeah.
He straight up set his crown down.
Yep.
Walked right up and frickin' birdied all the way down.
Lady Lyanna Mormont for the Iron Throne. Heck yeah, man. That little 10-year-old girl would
not like Booby Sucker.
She's nothing like Booby Sucker. Oh, man.
She's hardcore.
And I have this fun one that I think we can do. It's from Anonymous. And it's time to rank your justice boners. Sort from least satisfying to most satisfying. So, I don't know how you want to do that. If you want to, just maybe give it a 1 to 5 ranking or a 1 to 10 ranking or on most satisfying to least, or if you just want to say how satisfying it was.
Do we have...
a list.
Oh.
Of things.
That does look kind of fun. I wish we could put it up for everybody to see.
I know, right? And maybe we can do that in a separate video, too.
Yeah.
You want to do that in a video?
I think we should. Because I'm sure that I'll have mine. Go ahead and read it to him real quick. Kind of let him know what it is.
So these are the things that Steve can rank, or that we can both rank, from most satisfying to least satisfying. We'll figure that out later. I don't know what. Viserys Targaryen receiving his golden crown from Khal Drogo.
Is that real age? What about Sam and Gilly and baby? Ever wondered why this baby Sam is growing super slow? That's true. Because like Bran, he's like a...
yeah, he's a grown man now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's only... I mean, it's been... I supposed to have been a couple years, right? I guess. And baby Sam is still like a 1-year-old, so I don't know. I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was...
That's weird.
Something to
Age,
think about.
do you know? Is there something I'm missing with that?
They are very ambiguous about the time that's between episodes and seasons.
Love the Dany and Tyrion moment. Yes.
All right.
Yes, I agree.
So here is our justice boners. Quit looking.
Sophie. Yeah, I agree.
Just in case. Okay. Viserys Targaryen receiving his golden crown from Khal Drogo.
That's good.
Mirri Maz being burned on Drogo's funeral pyre. The deaths of Pri and Zaro Daxos, or aka the sacking of Karth. Daenerys gaining the Unsullied, killing the Masters of Astapor, and Drogon burning Krasnus. Arya killing Polliver, reclaiming Needle, and the Hound proceeding to eat every fucking chicken in the room.
That was good.
Joffrey getting poisoned at his own wedding.
Ooh, now we're starting to roll up the ranks.
Jon Snow and the Night's Watch avenging G.R. Mormont's death. Tyrion gives Tywin a great big flaming fuck you middle finger by demanding a trial by combat. The deaths of Shae and Tywin, aka Tyrion finding out directly that Tywin Lannister does not in fact shit gold.
That's going up.
Jon Snow beheading Janos Slynt. Cersei's imprisonment and Walk of Atonement. Brienne finally avenges Renly and kills Stannis. Theon regains himself and shoves Miranda off the Winterfell battlements. Arya avenges Syrio Forel by killing Meryn Trant. Roose Bolton finally gets what was coming to him from his own son.
Yes.
Jon Snow executes his murderers. Daenerys kills all of the Khals and takes command of the entire Dothraki Khalasar. Arya kills the waif and is finally deemed to be no one.
Right.
Daenerys revenges herself on the Masters and the Sons of the Harpy, including Grey Worm's badass moment of killing 2 of the Masters at once.
Right.
Ramsay Bolton gets fed to his own hounds.
Epic.
The end of the Sparrows, Septa Unella and High Sparrow. Arya recreates Bran's story about the rat cook, then kills Walder Frey. And that's it.
That's pretty darn good.
That's it. Those are the justice boners that you'll have to rank best to worst.
You can type that out too, right?
Yeah.
And put it in the... Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, if everybody wants to, I'm going to do mine. I kind of have an idea with a few of them. Of course, you probably could tell.
Yeah, right?
But I'm going to reread them too and make sure.
Craig says, stop. My justice boner can only be so erect. What about Theon getting justice on those 2 farm boys? Don't know how... No. Did Steve notice Varys played Flash in this episode? Yeah, he did get from one place to the other pretty fairly quickly.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was like, in the middle of the episode, he was in Dorne.
Yes.
And then at the end of the episode, he was back with Dany. So I don't know what kind of time passed there.
Took a dragon.
Very ambiguous on the timing. Yeah, he took a dragon. There you go. It's assumed that Dany was picking Varys up at the Dornish coast. Maybe. I don't know. Varys didn't play Flash. A lot of time passed between them. They just showed the scenes in the order when it was most efficient. So yeah, I mean, that's what I assumed, is that they just, time passed between the scenes.
Varys is a merman.
I mean, that he ain't got nothing else down there. Might as well, But, yeah, so we are so excited.
Yes.
9
I just
and
wanted
10.
to come on and let you know, yeah.
Steve had to talk to you guys. He had to tell you guys, like, how excited he was, how blown his mind was about all of episode 10. I mean, I think he kind of suspected that there was going to be awesomeness, because I constantly told him that the end of this season, 9 and 10, I've always told him were my favorite episodes. So he already knew that there was, awesome, but he never knew how awesome.
I think I even addressed that after Cersei blew up all them people. I was like, oh, that's your
favorite?
This
is your favorite scene? I was like, just watch the whole episode, Steve. I'm like, that is epic, though, if you think about it.
And what's his name got stabbed by all the kids?
Frickin' Pycelle?
Yeah.
The dead cat smelling dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Aerobic instructor?
Mr. Aerobics. Oh, yeah. You guys...
7 episodes to go. Exactly.
7 episodes.
Oh, are you guys excited? Because I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. I'm excited to... I think we're going to wait a couple days before we watch any more episodes. I am going to have him probably tomorrow watch the R plus L equals J video.
Yes. Promise.
And then maybe even some other ones. Or we might just wait till the end of this season 7 to watch. For sure we'll watch that one, though. So I'll put that one up after episode 10. But then after that, we're going to wait a couple days. And probably this weekend, maybe, we'll start season 7.
April 14th is coming. So that's when it...
April 14th.
So we do need to get on it.
Well, we only have 7 episodes left. And
but you never know.
That's more than 2 weeks away. We'll be fine. We'll get it, you guys.
You never know.
We got 2 weeks. We'll get 7 episodes in 2 weeks.
Procrastinating. Let's get it done.
We'll get her done. No worries. A dragon raised by wolves is a cool video. And Game of Thrones 7 Nation Army. Less than 2 weeks for season 8 and final one. Am not ready, but am very ready, but am not ready. Right, Ava? Exactly. Yeah, it's coming, you guys. I am so excited to get into season 8.
Ooh, Argus has a good... What is Steve going to do when he has to wait 1 week per episode?
Like the rest of us.
I don't know. That's why I think that live stream is going to help after...
Yeah, because it'll give, you'll be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to, yeah. And then we'll, of course, be starting Breaking Bad, too. So we'll also have something else to kind of occupy our time a little bit. So we'll have... the Game of Thrones 1 episode per week. But we'll also be doing Breaking Bad, so...
What about Vikings?
We haven't started watching Vikings yet. We've only...
I'm excited about that one for some reason.
And we can do 2 shows at once. We'll just have to do, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Breaking Bad. Tuesday, Thursday, Vikings, or something like that, you know?
Right.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be Monday, because probably Game of Thrones would go up Monday. Hopefully. I don't know.
What now?
I'm trying to figure out a schedule, but I don't know. Yeah, but we're going to be starting Breaking Bad, so after season 7 is done, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones once a week, Breaking Bad, and maybe even Vikings. Maybe. Yeah, anyway. Walking Dead. Age of the Witch. Walking Dead. I'm uploading on my channel tonight, guys, if anyone is interested. I'm not going to go watch that because we haven't watched The Walking Dead.
Oh, Age.
I would love to watch your video, Ava, 100%, but I don't, like, if I haven't seen it.
Thank you, Mina.
I'm not, you know.
We've been all fighting death and illness in this house.
Steve has, like, then that's why we had to record 3 videos tonight.
Yes.
Because first Ava was sick with the flu. I actually had to take her to the doctor because her temperature was 103.
Yes.
And then Jenna got sick, and she's still sick. And then Steve got sick. He's been sick for the past 2 days.
Yeah, well, even before...
The day before.
When we started
yes.
this video, I was kind of sweating a little bit.
Even at the start of this video, I was like, are you sure you want to record today? And he's like, no, I'm fine. But now, he's doing okay now. But yeah, it's been going through the house, and I'm like, oh, I just need to finish one more season.
Right.
Just one more season, you guys. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's time to go to bed. I need to start editing.
Just wanted to stop by and say hi to you guys. And I'm so glad a lot of you came on. Age, Sophie, Tracy.
And Age, I did
Dragon,
get your Twitter message
Corey.
earlier. I just haven't had a chance to reply back to you because we've literally been busy all day. We recorded the 3 episodes. With everything else, the kids, dinner, I haven't even had time to pick up my iPad to do anything. So I'm sorry about that. But I did get it, and I did see it, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Well, she's not going to bed yet.
I'm not going to bed yet. I have to edit.
She'll check it out.
Thanks for the Patreon message. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known to stop by. I think it was you that had mentioned, Craig, that, like, hey, could you just leave a quick, like, thing on Patreon saying, hey, we're going to do a live stream. And I knew we were doing it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over on Patreon just real quick, let them know that we're going to be doing this. Even if it is in, like, 10, 15 minutes, at least they have a little bit, you know, knowledge.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that was kind of impromptu by me, but I thought it'd be just great to hop on here. And also, which episode was it? Forget about it. You guys will see it.
But yeah, I mean, all of, I know you guys are requesting, like, all these different, like, fan-made content for Game of Thrones. We will do that, but most of them we're going to wait until after Season 7. So, like, right when we're done with Season 7, we'll just watch a bunch of them. Like, I know, yeah, so maybe I'll put a post up in the community tab where you guys can leave links to, like... That'd be awesome. So I'll put something up in the community tab, you know, post up your links here of fan-made content that you guys want us to watch and react to. I mean, of course, we've already reacted to the Honest trailers.
That was freaking fun.
The Volume 1.
Boobs.
And then the bad lip reading. So those 2 we've reacted to already, but anything else, we are going to react to the R+L=J tomorrow, and then I'll put that up after episode 10. Anything else, leave it in that post that I'll put up in the community tab. I'll probably put that up tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. It is midnight here. It is midnight. And that's why I need to get off of here so I can hurry up and get to editing episode 8 so that you guys can watch it tomorrow.
Only 11 where Dragon is.
Yep. And
anyways, where's everybody from real quick? One last thing before we get off of here. Where's everyone from? I know where some of you are from. Lacey, I better let you read that.
Brian and Laura, North Carolina.
See, Colorado.
Dragonfire, Colorado. Gabriel is in Utah.
Used to live in Colorado.
Maryland, Kentucky, Pakistan. Well, Ava, we know Pakistani, Egyptian, Turkish. We know.
Arkansas.
Kansas
one of the best
City,
places
Philly.
I ever tried ribs.
Buenos Aires,
was in
Jacksonville, France, Nicaragua, Austria, Bosnia, I can't talk. Herzegovina. I probably said that wrong. Chile, Indiana, Washington State, Massachusetts, Seattle, Miami, Florida,
the Philippines,
Brazil, England, General Roca, Rio Negro, Argentina. Oh, awesome. Greenville, South Carolina, Alabama. You don't like Hawaii? I love Hawaii. I wish I could visit there. Ava says, I'm in Illinois, like an hour away from you guys.
I said Roll Tribe because that was the team that I coached this year, but it's Roll Tide for Alabama.
Oh, okay.
He's probably like, ribs, I want ribs now. Yes. Whoever said Arkansas earlier, I was going to say...
Mina, I got a Mountain Dew that's bigger than my whole head. It's like 2 of my heads.
And she's only drank that much.
And I've literally only drank that much.
A little bit worried she's not going to get through that. Anyway, best ribs I ever had. As a kid, I ate a whole rack of ribs and then ordered a second one because they were that frickin' good. Never had ribs in my life until Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Ava Gentry is from Decatur, Illinois.
The original home of these Chicago Bears, called the Decatur Staleys back in the day. Craig, you might remember that.
That is true.
You might know that.
Sophie says she's in Minnesota. I visit Chicago often. Is that close to you guys? Would love to meet up someday.
We're 100 miles south of Chicago.
100 miles south.
About 100 miles south. Which is nothing, to be honest with you, because interstates.
And I mean, it's like, what, an hour and a half drive, maybe 2 hours, depending on traffic.
With Lacey driving, we'll be there in a half hour. Me, it's an hour and a half.
Whatever.
She thinks 55 is a freaking NASCAR
Blue Gypsy
track.
is a U of I grad.
No way. Nice. Champaign. That's about 45 minutes from us.
Ava says, I will fucking fly from Egypt to see you. Beat that sucker. Beat that, suckers.
Bring it.
I don't know if there's anybody that can beat that if you're, all the way from Egypt.
Right.
Fernanda, we love you too. You get some sleep. Sweet
Class
dreams.
Class of 93, Blue Gypsy.
Cool. That's awesome.
Class of 90.
Good morning from Poland. 6 a.m. there. Good morning. It is midnight here.
Poland, 6 a.m. Nice to meet you.
Yep, nice to meet you. Oh, man. You guys are awesome, though. Seriously.
Thank you for everybody coming on and visiting with us. Like I said, I think these are the moments that I always... I enjoy more than anything is finding,
we love talking to you guys. Yeah. And
Khaleesi, come here. Khaleesi, come here and say bye. Come here. Everyone's been waiting for you.
She was down there sleeping so hard, and he woke her up. She was like out like a light.
She was even.
Come here, baby.
She's been sick. Come here.
Come on.
Oh, baby.
Oh, you baby. Oh, right.
She had to lay by me after old Shaggy dog.
Old Shaggy. Oh, Rickon.
That's my dire wolf.
What in
it's
the
because Nika
world?
walked over here.
She suddenly got very...
She's a sweetheart, actually. She just loves me too much and doesn't want the other female by me.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching our live stream and chit-chatting with us. We love you guys.
Sounds like a motorbike.
Yeah, right?
She's camera shy. Oh.
Yeah, sweet dreams to you too, Ava.
Yes.
We love you, girl. You're awesome and amazing.
I'm glad you got to wake up to a live stream. I told Lacey, I said, well, getting on late, maybe we can hit some people
Maybe we can get some people that sometimes miss our other live streams because it's too late there, and
Exactly.
So
hey, peace and love to everybody, seriously.
Yeah.
And just remember, we're all part of one race.
The human race.
So we love you very much. Thank you for coming by. Hope amazing happens to you today, tomorrow, and every day.
Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and have an amazing and awesome rest of your night or morning or day or whatever time it is wherever you're at in the world. We love you guys.
Peace out.